We're at the Providence Civic Center in Providence, Rhode Island, about to put a sensational season of figure skating on ice. And we do it in grand fashion with the Campbell Soups Tour of World Figure Skating Champions. And hello, everyone. Along with Peggy Fleming and Dick Button, I'm Terry Gannon. We hope you've caught every minute of our coverage this season on ABC Sports, from the European Championships to the U.S. Nationals to seeing the World Champions crowned in Lausanne, Switzerland. But if you've missed any of it, you're in luck today. The greatest collection of skating talent in the world is set to take this very ice in a few moments. And Peggy, it'll be a treat for us to sit back and watch them, but for these athletes themselves, being included in this tour is really a mark of their own accomplishments.
Well, Terry, you have to earn the right to be on this tour. It's considered an honor to be invited at the end of a competitive season, and each one of these skaters has earned that right just a little differently. Some are here because of their sheer prestige and reputation. Some are here because of their world and Olympic medals. But some are also here because their personal stories are so compelling. But Terry, one thing that all of the skaters share is that they were each handpicked for their exceptional audience appeal.
I think it really is, too, the past coming together with the present, and you don't see that very often in other sports. And, Dick, no matter where your tastes lie, there's a little something for everyone here.
Well, there's a lot of questions, too, to be asked. I mean, for example, with all the quadruple jumps being thrown around, will Elvis Stojko end up with a black and blue belt? Will Oksana Baiul emerge from her depression and once again become skating's fairy tale princess? Will Nancy Kerrigan give up singles and skate pairs with her new young son? Will Gary Beacom still continue to skate on one elbow and be the only person who can do it on purpose? Will Tara Lipinski be so precocious that she will be elected to Junior Phi Beta Kappa without ever going to college? And Michael Weiss? Well, Peggy Fleming's been running around backstage hoping he'd wear one of his tight T-shirts. And Brian Boitano, will he be able to spread his eagle any further? And Victor Petrenko and Michelle Kwan will be here. She'll be skating with delicacy and strength, and I'll bet she's also got plenty of renewed confidence. It's going to be a special day.
Answers to all of those probing questions. The Campbell Soups Tour of World Figure Skating Champions. Simply the best on this ice over the next 2 hours. Sit back and enjoy, everyone. And what a way to get started with the man who made his own history with 7 revolutions in the blink of an eye at this year's World Championships, earning him the gold medal.
He's a 3-time world champion from Canada, Elvis Stojko.
He's got a black belt and 3 world championships under it. Elvis Stojko of Canada. And to prove he's not partial to only the King's music, he'll skate to Jerry Lee Lewis's Whole Lotta Shakin'.
Number for him. It really shows the fact that he can move his steps with the quickness and the lightness of so many other skaters. He's usually been such a sensitively slow skater, a long edger.
That's wonderful.
Good for him. You know, Ushi Kessler, who did his Olympic programs and his world program, did this program, and it's one of the best. And he's listed as his costume designer, himself, his mother, and others. He says, myself, mom, and others.
Yeah, he has my approval. He wore a tight T-shirt. It's great.
He's terrific.
The simple approach for Elvis Stojko. Elvis bringing down the house here in Rhode Island. And when we return to the Campbell Soups Tour of World Figure Skating Champions, the comeback skater of this season, the 1995 U.S. champion Nicole Bobek, takes the ice next.
Don't ask anymore. Where do we go from here? This isn't where we intended to be. We had it all. You believed in me. I believed in you. You must love me. You must love me.
She is absolutely a stunning performer.
She's a great performer. She's a great talent. And I certainly hope she can hold it together.
A lot of people counted her out, but it's much too soon to do that. The bronze medalist at the U.S. Championships, Nicole Bobek. Well, this year at the U.S. Championships, Michael Weiss almost became the first American to pull off a quadruple jump in competition. He certainly became a player at the highest levels of this sport.
He is the current national silver medalist, Michael Weiss.
And here is the U.S. silver medalist who went on to capture a 7th place finish at the World Championships. That was without the leather jacket, of course.
Well, this car is automatic. It's systematic. It's hydromatic. Why, it's greased lightning. Greased lightning.
And of course, it's music from Greece, Greased Lightning.
Oh, that's much better. He'll be a lot more comfortable.
Peggy, you are incorrigible. Wow. Say, though, he does look the part, doesn't he?
Oh, he certainly does. A lot of fun choreography.
You know, there's a little bit of Felipe Candeloro in his skating. You think?
He really plays to the audience. He's really got this audience going.
But if that were really true, the shirt would come off at some point.
Well, it's a long evening yet.
Yeah, right.
Very good.
John Travolta, Olivia Newton-John, and now Michael Weiss doing a number from Greece. We'll switch gears next. It's Nancy Kerrigan and her brand new baby when we return after this message and a word from our ABC stations. For Nancy Kerrigan, medals just don't measure up. That's after becoming a new mom some 4 months ago.
I just love it. It's the greatest thing I could have ever asked for. I'm so lucky that my job is, you know, for certain hours a day. It's not like before Olympics when it was 24 hours because he comes first and the skating's, you know, a lot of fun and maybe it's more fun even now because I can just enjoy it and not worry, because I've got more important things to worry about.
Ladies and gentlemen, Nancy Kerrigan.
Comes with new perspective and a new member of her fan club. Here's the 1994 silver medalist from the Olympic Games, Nancy Kerrigan.
Doesn't she have a nice glow about her?
She's skating to the soundtrack of Indian in the Cupboard.
Nice it is to see her back on the ice after a year off. She does move with security and solid edges, doesn't she?
She certainly does. Beautiful line to her skating.
Trademark spiral.
She still presents such a stunning vision out there. It's good to see her back.
And her new baby is with her on tour, so not only does she handle the skating duties, but the babysitting chores as well. The 1994 Olympic silver medalist, Nancy Kerrigan.
They are the current world pairs bronze medalists. From Russia, Oksana and Artur Dmitriev.
In their second season together, they captured the bronze medal at the World Championships in Lausanne in pairs. Oksana Kazakova and Artur Dmitriev of Russia.
The music, 2001 Space Odyssey. they get their act continuously in order, they're going to be an extremely serious threat to win the Olympic gold medal next year.
They are both very dramatic on the ice, very powerful, very passionate.
These moves, so typical of Tamara Moskvina and her choreography, and so effective.
Spectacular.
Well, you know what makes it work is that they're wonderful technically, they're inventive choreographically, they have substance behind them. They're intelligent, they're working hard, they've got great choreography, great coaching. They're wonderful.
The pair with a realistic chance of standing on top of the Olympic podium next year in Nagano. Oksana Kazakova and Artur Dmitriev of Russia.
She's a 5-time European champion. From France, Surya Bonali.
She's not only captured 3 world silver medalists, but she is only one of 3 women to capture 5 European championships. Surya Bonali.
But do you notice the big difference? Looks like she's cut her hair, or part of it.
That was very distinctive. She always looked very exotic with the big long braid in the back.
I think there still is one there. That was such a trademark.
She's skating to Incantation from Cirque du Soleil.
Well, she still can spin well, can't she, in the air?
She certainly can.
You know, that's extraordinary. She not only lands on one foot, then without putting the other down, she goes right up into a triple Salchow. I think that puts a lot of pressure on the back inside edge.
Yes, and she made that look very easy.
And as everybody knows, she's had terrible problems with her legs in the last year with operations and cut tendons, etc., that it's been enough to keep her out of championships this year. But it looks as though she's back on track now. There's something always interesting about her. She just doesn't do it, her choreography or her skating, in quite the same manner as anybody else. There's always something just off center that keeps her very interesting. I mean, even the way she curled that back up into this Bielman-style spin. She didn't let the leg go from a downward position. Watch these edges. Look at how every move has an interesting kind of position. It's not just getting from A to B over the ice, but doing it with unique and, again, off-center position.
Takes such command out here when she comes out to skate.
You know, she's totally different this year. She just looks different. Her face is almost completely changed. Whether that's the hairdo or not, I don't know. But it really is a change in her, isn't it?
I think she really shines in exhibition skating.
And because of injuries, we didn't get to see the real Surya Bonali this year in competition. Much better indication here in Providence. And her backflip landed on one foot, followed by a triple jump. That's a signature move. She's the only woman in the world who does it. And when we return, he must think of that moment in San Jose nearly every day. Last year's U.S. champion, Rudy Galindo, takes the ice when we come back to Providence. Well, this year, Rudy Galindo became a professional. It's a much more comfortable stage for him.
It's family, it's fun, I don't have to worry about anybody criticizing my costumes, my programs, my hair, my earring, you know. I can just be myself, and that's exactly what I wanted in skating.
Rudy details the adversities he's faced for, among other things, being an openly gay athlete in his new autobiography, which he hopes will help others in similar situations.
Hopefully it could help the young gay teens with coming out and not taking drastic measures on their lives, like committing suicide or whatever. And also the Latino community, saying that if you put 100% in what you do, you could do it, and to stay off the streets and stay off drugs. And hopefully my book can inspire all aspects of the community.
He is the 1996 United States National Champion, Rudy Galindo.
No one will ever forget the moment he gave us when he won the U.S. Championships a year ago in San Jose, but he's much more comfortable now as a professional. Here is Rudy Galindo.
The music, the theme from Ice Castles. That's a tribute to his body positions. They are first rate. And on top of that, he always seems to have such a joy in his skating.
What an inspiration he is, and it's so nice to see him with such ease with his sport and with his life.
But you know, the interesting part about that was that he did every one of those triple jumps with great ease. In other words, he did a technical program that was still theatrical and choreographically well done and exhibition skating.
And he told us earlier he loves the fact that he doesn't have to pull those off. It isn't a competition. He loves to perform. Rudy Galindo. Still to come, names like Boitano and Kwan. Heated table tennis foes. The glitter of Oksana Baiul, the reigning Olympic champion. Todd Eldridge, he'll step into the spotlight. As will Tara Lipinski. As the Campbell Soups Tour of World Figure Skating. Welcome back, everyone, to the Providence Civic Center, along with Peggy Fleming and Dick Button. I'm Terry Gannon. We are here at the Campbell Soups Tour of World Figure Skating Champions.
He's a world professional champion. From Canada, Gary Beacom.
Unique, innovative, individualistic. You never know quite what you're going to get when Gary Beacom takes the ice.
And this is I'm Your Man by Leonard Cohen.
This is one of my favorite numbers that Gary does.
If you want a lover, I'll do anything you ask me to. And if you want another kind of love, I'll wear a mask for you. If you want a partner, take my hand, or if you want to strike me down in anger, here I stand. I'm your man.
I love that position.
Boxer, I will step into the ring for you. And if you want a doctor, I'll examine drive, climb inside. Or if you wanna take me for a ride, you know you can. I'm your man. Are the moons too bright, the chains too tight, the beast won't go to sleep. I've been running through these promises to you that I made and I could not keep. Ah, but a man never got a woman back, not by begging on his knees. Or I'd crawl to baby and I'd fall to your feet and I'd
Terry, I think you can do that move.
I've got that one down. He elicits responses from the crowd that you never hear with anybody else.
I'm your man.
He meant to do that.
Oh, yeah.
No, but you saw how he continued it
And he
on.
meant to do that.
And if you gotta sleep a moment on the road, I will steer for you. And if you wanna work the street alone, disappear for you. If you want a father for your child, or only wanna walk with me a while across the sand, I'm your man. If you wanna love, I'll do anything that you ask me to.
These moves are very difficult to do. You know, he really takes skating where other skaters fear to tread.
Shirt and tie on his way to work. Just figured he'd stop off and skate a little bit. 37-year-old Gary Beacom of Canada.
A little piece of magic on the ice.
They are the 1993 World Dance Champions. From Russia, Maya Usova and Alexander Zhulin.
They've been together for 16 years and are the reigning Olympic silver medal ice dancing team. Maya Usova and Alexander Zhulin.
And she has one of the greatest pair of legs in ice skating history. Watch how those feet stretch and are pointed.
Skating to the theme from Love Story.
For me, they have the most honest ice dancing in the business of ice dancing today. The emotion straight from the heart. Nothing applied, nothing excessive. They're stunning.
I agree. They just float over the ice.
Well, for me, that's one beautiful couple and one beautiful ice dance.
They won a world championship back in 1993, but numerous professional titles since. Maya Usova and Alexander Zulin. And up next, last year's world champion, Michelle Kwan, skates when we return. She is a mere teenager, yet Michelle Kwan is already a seasoned skater with valuable experience. Not all of it positive. She was on a roll until her troubles began at this year's U.S. Championships and continued in the short program at Worlds. The first major disappointments of her career.
I think it was just a hard year for me. I learned a lot. It was a great experience because I needed to learn something in skating. I always thought it was going to be perfect, like a perfect run. And I finally realized it's up and downs, and you just kind of have to be mentally tough.
The hard lessons had been learned by the time of her free skate in Lausanne.
Well, how nice to see that she has pulled herself back up and skated without mistake.
She skated with inspiration again tonight, I think.
I think what a victory that is for her.
Perhaps the most important performance of her career as she now looks ahead to next year's Olympics.
I'm just going to stay home and train for a while and kind of get myself back together. And right now I'm kind of finding pieces of the puzzle, and it's coming together nicely already.
She is the 1996 World Champion, Michelle Kwan.
First this tour, then home to Lake Arrowhead, California to train for the next competitive season. Here is the reigning world silver medalist, Michelle Kwan.
And the music prophetically, On My Own, from Les Miserables.
And now I'm all alone again, nowhere to turn, nowhere to go to. Without a home, without a friend. nobody else to see. I think of him and I'm happy with the company I'm keeping. The city goes to bed and I can leave inside my head. On my own, pretending he's beside me. All alone, I walk with him till morning. Without him, I feel his arms around me. And when I lose my way, I close my eyes. In the rain, the pavement shines like silver. All the lights are misty in the river. In the darkness, the trees are full of starlight, and all I see is him and me forever and forever. And I know it's only my mind, but I'm talking to myself and not to you. And although I know that he is blind, still I say there's a way for us. I love him, but when the night is over, he is gone. The river's just a river. Without him, the world around me changes. The trees are barren everywhere. The streets are full of strangers. I love him, but every day I'm learning. All my life, I've only been pretending. Without him, this world will go on turning. The world is full of happiness that I have never known. I love him. I love him. Only on my
Boy, she has it all. She has the technique, and she has really become a very sensitive artist on the ice.
The reigning world silver medalist, 16-year-old Michelle Kwan, and she's brought them out of their seats here in Providence as well.
And don't forget, also a world gold medalist.
A year ago. To look at her now, it's hard to imagine that this is the same Oksana Baiul who less than 4 years ago captured the gold medal at the Olympics. It was described as a fairy tale ending, but actually it was triumph over tragedy. After the abandonment of her father, Oksana's mother passed away when she was only 14. In a sport where you are often alone, Oksana was truly on her own. The scope of her accomplishment is still hard to comprehend.
I am Olympic champion and I am so proud for it because I worked hard in 1994 for it, and it was amazing. It was amazing what I did, and I think when I will gonna be old and I will gonna have my grandchildren, I will gonna show them my swan number, and I will gonna say, see what your grandma did.
At that moment in Lillehammer, all the emotions of what she had been through came pouring out.
When I win that gold, it was like a step in my life, and I wanted to go through it. And it was amazing because my life get totally different because I came from really poor family, and I've never had anything.
Now she seems to have it all. From the salons of Fifth Avenue, the upscale boutiques of New York, and even a brand new home in Connecticut. For a teenager from Ukraine, the transformation is overwhelming.
My world been like this when I was amateur, and right now it's like this. Obviously, I'm telling you, it's huge. It's huge, it's huge, it's huge, but everybody is supposed to go through that period of time, and it's really hard when you're a public figure, obviously.
Do you have anything to say to your fans?
It may have been too much too soon, coping with all of her newfound fame and wealth. Her low point came in January, when she was charged with drunk driving. Oksana is now eager to make up for a very public mistake.
Yeah, all of us, we do have a difficult time, but it depends what kind of attitude do you have, you know? How are you taking that? And what you're trying to make of it, you know? Some people, they've made mistakes and they can't face it. And I've made the mistake and I faced it. I said, hey, Oksana, you made a mistake, so you have to fight for it. That's what I did.
This tour marks Oksana's return after a 6-month absence. And when she first stepped onto the ice, she didn't quite know what to expect from her fans.
I was really scared. I mean, I was really scared how people were gonna react. So when I stepped on the ice and I'm going up there and I can see 25,000 people sitting around me and they were waiting for me to start skating, that was an amazing feeling.
Don't you feel it?
I think it was really wrong if I was gonna stop skating, because God gave me such a huge talent and I can't throw away that talent, you know. I think the thing what I'm realizing right now, I will gonna skate till I will gonna die on the ice. That's what is my point is.
She is the current Olympic gold medalist. From Ukraine, Oksana Baiul.
She's overcome so much tragedy in her life. Few doubt that you can keep her down for long. The reigning Olympic champion is Oksana Baiul.
The music, Beethoven's Largo Assai ed Espressivo.
This number was choreographed by Sarah Karahara, and she represents a bud blooming, and the scarf is a leaf.
Well, despite the mistakes, this young lady has a marvelous classical sensitivity to the moves and the music. Her creation of this number, even though it's not perfect, was stunningly exquisite. Let's hope that she can pull herself back from the troubles that she's had in the past few months and regain the position that she certainly is justified, and that is as a premier dancer.
When we come back, the reigning world silver medalist, Todd Eldredge, steps onto the ice. Success tends to follow its own timetable. For Todd Eldredge, it came early, but never easily. The joys of youthful victories gave way to the realization that this is a very expensive sport. That's where the folks in his hometown of Chatham, Massachusetts stepped in. Through cake sales and clam bakes, they raised enough money to send Todd back on his path to the top. There have been major disappointments along the way. At one point, he almost gave up entirely. But the sun had yet to set on Eldredge's career. And last year came his crowning glory, placing the gold medal at the World Championships on the neck of his mother. He followed that up with a win at this year's U.S. Championships and looked unbeatable. But in Lausanne, Switzerland, a mistake in his free skate cost him a chance to repeat. His plan, however, is still very much intact.
My focus obviously is on Olympics and you know, making the Olympic team and getting there, and hopefully you know, getting a medal there, preferably gold. But you know, all my efforts right now are geared towards that.
He's a four-time national champion and the 1996 world champion, Todd Eldredge.
He's not too far from his hometown of South Chatham, Massachusetts, and you can tell by the response from the crowd. The reigning world silver medalist, Todd Eldredge.
The music, Close Every Door by Donny Osmond.
Close every door to me, hide all the world from me, bar all the windows and shut out the light. Do what you want with me, hate me and laugh at me, darken my daytime and torture my night. If my life were important, I would ask, will I live or die? But I know the answers lie far from this world. I do not matter.
One of the things that's unusual about him is that he jumps in the opposite direction from the majority of skaters. And of course, he spins in that same direction too.
If my life were important, I would ask, will I live or die? But I know the answers lie far from this.
Watch now, you'll see him turn to the right. That was a superb turn, too.
He gets such height on his jumps.
Rose I love from me, children of Israel are never alone, for I know I shall find my own peace of mind, for I have been promised a land of my own. Just give me a number instead of my name. Forget all about me and let let me decay. I do not matter, I'm only one person. Destroy me completely, then throw me away. If my life were important, I would ask, will I live or die? But I know the answers lie far from this world. Close every door to me, keep those I love from me. Children of Israel are never alone, for we know we shall find our own peace of mind. For we have been promised a land
Wonderful backspin.
Very nice. He's become such a steady, consistent, and elegant young man. A great champion.
The son and grandson of commercial fishermen from New England, Todd Eldridge plays to a standing ovation here in Rhode Island. And when we come back to the Campbell Soups Tour of World Figure Skating Champions, his training partner, Tara Lipinski, the world champion, takes the ice. Tara Lipinski's performance in Lausanne, Switzerland at the World Championships is now a part of skating history for many reasons. She became the first woman ever to pull off a triple loop combination in competition. Of course, at the U.S. Championships, she became the youngest ladies champion ever and followed it up in Lausanne by moving Sonia Henny's name aside in the world record books. Heady stuff for a 14-year-old.
Ladies and gentlemen, she is the youngest ladies world champion ever, Tara Lipinski.
Without question, she was the story in the world of figure skating this year, the youngest ladies champion ever, 14-year-old Tara Lipinski.
And the music? Reach, Gloria Estefan.
Some dreams.
And interestingly enough, this program was choreographed by ice dancer Susie Wynn.
And the costume was done by Lauren Sheehan, the same lady that made Nicole Bobek's dress.
Talk about a straight body, fast revolution. That's why those jumps are so solid.
Those days we rise above the stars. So I'll go the distance this time, seeing more the higher I climb. That the more I believe, all the more that this dream will be mine.
exciting to see just how far this young lady will reach.
Skating fans getting used to perfection by the teenager from Sugar Land, Texas, the youngest ladies champion in history, Kara Lipinski. And when we come back, the 1988 Olympic gold medalist Brian Boitano takes the ice in a moment. When we are through with figure skating here in Rhode Island, don't go anywhere. Coming up next on ABC Sports, it's the Shell Houston Open from the Tournament Players Club at the Woodlands. Final round coverage is next on ABC Sports.
This is Brian Boitano, obviously enjoying exhibition skating here in Hartford. 24 years old, national champion, silver medalist in the world, and quite a skater.
10 years ago, Brian Boitano made his debut on the Campbell Soups Tour of World Figure Skating Champions, and through that decade, he's just about seen it all.
I have seen a lot of people come and go, definitely. You know, I've seen new champions come and retire, and the next champions come and retire, and go on to different things. And it's funny to meet up with other people that were my skating peers as a youngster when I started and see that they're married and have children and aren't even in skating anymore, and I'm still doing the tour.
Ladies and gentlemen, Brian Boitano.
He is perhaps the finest skater of his generation, the '88 Olympic champion. Here's Brian Boitano.
The music, Frank Sinatra, and more.
More than the greatest love the world has known. This is the love I give to you alone. More than the simple words I try to say. I only live to love you more each day.
Whoa! Knocked over a couple flowers.
Look out, flowers.
My arms long to hold you so my life will be in your keeping, waking, sleeping, laughing, weeping. Longer than always is a long, long time. But far beyond forever, you're gonna be mine. I know I never lived before, and my heart is very sure no one else could love you more. Laughing, weeping, longer than always is a long, long time. But far beyond forever, you'll be mine. I know I never lived before, and my heart is very sure no one else could love you more. Could love you more.
Very good, Brian. Very good.
He's wonderful.
Now, besides being one of our talented colleagues at ABC, he does a little bit of skating in his spare time. He's not too shabby, is he?
No, not bad.
The 1988 Olympic champion, Brian Boitano. A fitting close to this event and to a marvelous season of figure skating. For Peggy Fleming and Dick Button, I'm Kerrigan, and for all of us at ABC Sports, hope you enjoyed the season as much as we did. The next one is right around the corner. So long, everybody.